8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Good morning, afternoon, or evening. This is Idiot Burns, and welcome to IdiOtBlog 364. The artist of the day on this Metal Monday is Wall. You can find him at WAL_MAN_band. You'll know him by his giant beard and his garish great looks. He's a wallaby, hailing out of Aussie land. And he's a metal madman. I believe he has a solar guitar in one of his photos. Yes, he does. Wish I could grow that much top hair. Because if I could, I would. But it's all gone. Here's my line. Right here. I could wear a hat and then have it Gallagher out. And I feel like someday that's gonna be the real deal. I'm gonna have that Gallagher thing going. Until then, I'll keep it like a cue ball. Cue ball, you know the white ball you use in pool? You shoot it around to hit the other balls. Ooh, that was a cool little harmony. We're just gonna go down his page. I'm sure if he comes on here and he says, hey, could you play this or could you play that? I'll do it. Because that's the artist of the day. Damn, this music's loud. I'm gonna bring it down on the phone because it's just so loud. So loud. I'm gonna double check that I'm good to go on my multicast or simulcast, meaning it's simultaneously casting the live feed to 5 different social media platforms. You can find it on Twitch, BandLab, YouTube, and MobCrush under the username Idiot Burns. And you can find it on Facebook at facebook.com/Christopher Burns. There we go. That was a cool instrumental. Let's go ahead and click on over to the live Facebook feed and see if we get any interaction over there. Got to be ready for any hey yo, what's ups. And hit refresh on the BandLab feed. Well, this is cool. Selfish. I feel like this might be a collaboration unless he's got this feminine quality to his voice, which I am seriously doubting he does. So let's look at the details. This is the beautiful voice of Roxy Red, ROXXIRED. Did some remodeling, so it's no longer R&B. Why not? Hope you like it, he says. And I do. You're splitting the DNA of the song and putting it back together the way you want. Inspired by the image I'm looking at here. Always taking it to the extreme. Always taken to the extreme. Hey, Wall, did they ever have you play Santa Claus in your family? Put some stuffing in. You got such a light-colored, white-colored beard. You definitely could do it if you wanted. I got to do it this year, even though my beard ain't full and it ain't all the way white. The person that was gonna play the Santa in the pictures this year decided to follow all lockdown rules. So, whatever. Whatever. Oh, there you go. That was cool. Selfish is the name of that track. We are listening to Wall. I was saying yesterday that I was doing the blog before a football game. Well, turns out it's a Monday night football game, so that's going to happen after this blog. And yeah, if I look over here, that first track was really loud. I had to bring it down. These tracks are loud. They are mastered. This is Ambush, Radon Hero, in the band Disco for the Gods. Now, I've featured some tracks by this artist before on a Collective Metal Monday and or forked by other artists. And I may have already done a Metal Monday all about this artist, but he's one of my favorites on here, so I don't always tell him with comments how much I love him, so I gotta make sure I do it right here on the blog. Really, for me, there's no better way to express my appreciation and love of an artist on here. Probably why I put Matt Dunlap and Andy Guitar Pants on here so many times, Jason Jacob so many times. I think next Metal Monday is going to concentrate on drummers and vocals. And it's going to be kind of a discussion on that topic. Maybe I'll put Poker Jackson on first and then do that the Metal Monday after. What's up, Poker Jackson? How would you describe your music, Poker Jackson? I know that's like the toughest question because you try not to categorize yourself and put yourself in a niche or whatever that is. As artists, we don't try to do that. I'm just saying, as artists, most of us don't try to do that. And I'm sure a lot of us do have certain ways we do best at, certain genres we do best at, and so we do categorize ourselves in some senses, but I myself have been working my way back into some metal lately. I've already released a couple of them. Just basically as I finish a song, that's how I release it. And yeah, I decided to do some more stoner tracks. Even though I'm not a stoner anymore, once a stoner, always a stoner, but I don't smoke pot anymore right now. Maybe someday later. Different career, different job, different stage in my job. Maybe I'll be able to. If they change the scheduling of the drug in my country, a lot of different ways I could be able to do it again. I think my favorite music to make is kind of like, I would say like the punk rock music meets like the kind of not the punk rock vocals, but the singing metal style vocals. Think of things like Tool, bands like Witchcraft, singing like that, you know, Corrosion of Conformity maybe, you know, Metallica, that level of growl but not too far where it's still singing. That kind of singing with riffs somewhere between punk, aggressive punk style music, and riffs like Black Sabbath style riffs. Favorite bands are like Pantera, Megadeth, Anthrax. Those are my favorite bands. But the thing is, I really love Tupac, Too Short, Spice One, Project Pat, Busta Rhymes, Snoop Dogg. I really like most music. That's the thing. I really like most music. It's hard to find bands that are popular that I don't like until you get to really whiny vocals, and it has to be really whiny or really overproduced music. When it becomes too poppy, then it doesn't necessarily appeal to me. I like it to have this aggressive edge, kind of like what you're hearing now. I like it to have an aggressive edge, even if it's like that last track where it's basically R&B singing. If I could do anything, I'd love to be in a band like that has a sound like Pink Floyd, meeting Metallica. Like, can you combine Metallica and Pink Floyd into a band and make something? That would be cool. That would be what I'm down with. So, yeah. What band do I think has the greatest sound in rock? The greatest vibe? Well, it's probably a tie between Ted Nugent and AC/DC. What band has the best sound in metal? It's probably somewhere between Faith No More and Anthrax. What band has the best sound in every genre? I couldn't tell you exactly, but I have my favorites. But you could think of me as like just a slightly more serious and slightly more schizophrenic version of Weird Al that just loves metal. I grew up with a mom that liked pop music that is of the 80s and 90s, a brother that liked rap music, a dad that liked metal, and I was into just everything. And I love Jimi Hendrix, I love Stevie Ray Vaughan, so I like that kind of blues. And you can hear those guys are both really aggressive players. One of them more psychedelic and loose, and the other a little bit more country blues, but both of them very charged energy-wise. I mean, I haven't got into show tunes before, so I like anything, and you'll hear me making all kinds of instrumentals, and that's kind of my vibe. I don't do a lot of singing just because it takes so much work. As long as it takes me to make a song, it takes me 2 times longer to do vocals, especially if I have never done vocals on the song before. Now, that being said, if it's a song I already know that I've had vocals for 5-10 years, it won't take me any longer to do the vocals. But I end up having a ragged ear or a rigid ear when it comes to my own vocals. I can listen to anybody sing anything, and then myself, I'm like such a naysayer on everything I do, so. What's up? Just talking about you. Metal plus Beatles equals Galactic Cowboys. Hell yeah. I was just saying I'll be featuring you upcoming in a Metal Monday. Maybe a couple from now. I'm going to feature drums of, I believe it's Mike Newman and Matt and Kim. Matt Dunlap, 23. So I'll be featuring those drums and then going back and forth between those drum tracks that are just drum tracks, and I think I'm going to build a list that will have the forks of those tracks. So that'll be kind of an interesting thing to do. And I want to talk about the singing. So it's going to be complex. I have to plan it. It might take a couple weeks, but I want to talk about how vocalists play off of drums and why that makes a song with real drums and real vocals just such a complete song, and how the artists that record like us can usually distinguish the fake programmed drums and go, it's cool, but it's, that's impossible to play. How are you doing that? How are you doing that? Were you using your head on the snare? And stuff like that. Who are we listening today? We're listening to Wall. You can find them at bandlab.com/WAL_MAN_BAND. And it is Metal Monday. Seahawks play in a little bit, so I won't be going too extra long today. And so that's why I'm not doing somebody completely new to the blog today, because I don't want to cut it short. You guys, 364 of these blogs. They started out as 10-minute blogs where I kind of crammed everything in 10 minutes, and each day was just a few songs by an artist. And now they've moved into the kind of the 45-minute, hour-long zone. One of these days, I'm going to do a 4-hour blog, just to do a 4-hour blog. I'm going to say thanks, thank you, thanks, thank you, the whole blog. I'm kidding, I wouldn't do that for 4 hours. Today I got no shades on. You see the whites of my eyes. And the reds. You can see the red of my eyes. And all the whites of my eyes. I got a hairball. What do you think, Matt? When I get my test and I'm all clean, should I apply for St. Louis and come live in your guys' place with you? I'm just kidding. Oh, somebody's spamming one of my bands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20 messages at once. Just random letters. Should I do it? Should I come barge in and just sleep on your couch for 4 weeks? And then when I get my grade 9, say, see ya, it was fun working with Elia. I got transferred back. I got transferred back to Seattle. I don't know, pipe dream. I got to get hired there before I can start really talking about that. I got to get a clean test. I'm pissing on these things, these sticks at home that we got from Amazon. They keep going positive for THC. What the fuck? It's been forever. Like once a week I do one in the house and still not clean yet. If those are testing positive, you know they're micro scale sent out to the special lab are definitely going to come positive. What the fuck, man? But like I said, and I kind of did the math wrong the other day. When I first went in, I had 7,500 nanograms per milliliter. Well, if you take that and you reduce it from nanogram to milligram per milliliter, you get 7.5. You take it down 1,000. So you get 7.5 milligrams. 7.5 milligrams per milliliter. That means if I have 8 liters of blood in me, you can take 7.5 times 8, and you get 60 grams. In my 8 liters of blood, I have 60 grams of THC in there. 28 grams is an ounce, so I had over 2 ounces of THC, liquid THC, floating in my blood. What the fuck? How much is in my fat cells? How much is in every cell of my body? I have to become a whole new regenerated human being. Replace every cell in my body to be clean? Or what? How long is it gonna take? Ah! Do I feel stoned still? No, I don't. Actually, I don't know. Let's wait till I'm clean to see if there's a difference. Oh my God. Oh, just doing the math on that, I had to like do it a few times. No way, 60 grams? 60 fucking grams of THC? And like 5 grams of CBDs. Well, I ain't getting cancer with that much CBD in me. I'm like a shark. I can't get cancer. Did you know that sharks have a thing that when they get cancer in their body, their cells realize it's there and they see it, and those cells restart. They have a restart code, and it resets the DNA to the original DNA. It has like a locked-in DNA in a separate part of the cell, and the cancer can't form. It's only going to be a few cells, and then it's going to break down, and it has a reset button. So when the cells duplicate, they reset, then duplicate. Then when they break apart, they reset. The DNA in there resets, so they can't get cancer, and cancer can't spread. And that's also true of alligators and turtles. So those are three animals that no matter what, like when they're on, if you were to put them on Bikini Island right after the nuclear tests, they would get these deformities, but the species would continue on, and the babies would be fine, and it wouldn't have messed up babies. They'd get deformities and bubbles in their face from the radiation poisoning, but they would not lose, their species would not lose out, and their species would remain, and it would remain the same. That means those are beasts that have survived thousands of years. And if that was true of the dinosaurs, then no wonder the only way they were going to get wiped out was either mass extinction or mass hunting. And they have been looking into finding ways to replicate that. And something they've gleaned from the way that works is they've gleaned that there's like a shape of DNA that goes around and crawls and can read DNA. And we've copied that and created technology like CRISPR technology, but we still haven't been able to harness that knowledge in a way that we've been able to implement it in humans, but I'm sure they're working on it. That's another vaccine. That's a vaccine I'm sure will sell well. The cancer vaccine. That's a fucking vaccine. How long do humans live with a cancer vaccine? 250 years? Some of them it will. Like Germans and Japanese people. Those that already live long lifespans will get even longer lifespans. those prone to many other diseases will probably have a lot. Oh, you lost your penis? Looks like this guy, Jaden Charity, lost his penis. Oh no. Detachable penis. Username 804_JODI has no penis. Go look him up. He's dickless. He's in Williamsburg, Virginia. He says, nigga, no one asked you to eat to teach. Don't care. I'll say whatever I want on my blog. Do I look like I give a shit? No, I don't. I don't give a shit about anything. That's why I'll say nigga on my blog, because I'm not saying it like a racist. I'm just reading what you wrote. Racist people piss me off. I'll punch you in the face if you say something racist in front of me. Even if you aren't saying it to me, you'll take my wrath. Lost my penis. That's so funny. Well, that's too bad. That'd be a good username. I lost my penis. That's because it's so small, like a thumbtack. It's still down there, but it's in the pubes somewhere. I lost it. Can't find it. Ow! There it is. Prick. Such a little prick. Slippery when wet. This is Bifrost. I feel like I've heard a lot of these songs before. Did I already feature this guy just a few weeks ago? Am I losing my brain? Probably. Probably featured him and I forgot. Whatever. So the upcoming track that I have, that I just recorded, is called Stoner Aroma. I'm working on an image for it tonight. Probably post it tomorrow whenever those BandLab contests open up. But I have a plan for these next group of contests. So this is the kind of thing where I plan ahead and I create an idea and then a concept, if you will, and then I have to make the concept work with whatever they put out. So this is the concept for December. Is whatever track they want rapping on, I'm going to fork that, and whatever track they have as a beat for instrumentals, if those two exist, I'm going to fork them both and combine them into one song, no matter how difficult that is with key change stuff and all that. I'm going to make them into one song. Whether I take the drums from one and the beat, the bass line or the chords from another, I'm going to put them together into one track using the MIDI stems, and then I'm going to take them into one track, and then I'm going to rap over them. I'm going to rap home of my people, pretty women, home of my people, pretty women, sonics and chronic, we load a fat bowl of the purple hydroponics, wetter than the bodies floating in the Puget Sound, blowing through the vents, now you gotta hear my sound, or something like that. And then blowing as we're rolling in the fucking sea town on the second one. And that will be like the chorus or something. And I'll leave the verses open so other people can rap on it. And maybe they'll have a fork contest, maybe they won't, but I'm trying to get as many people to fork it as possible. Home of my pimpin' pretty women, sonics and chronic, we load a fat bowl of the purple hydroponics. Wetter than the bodies floating in the Puget Sound. You know it sounds good, right? Just that home of my people, pretty women, sonics and chronic. I wrote that with my little brother, so just that line right there is sick. I could just repeat that. Home of my people, pretty women, sonics and chronic, we load a fat bowl of the purple hydroponics. It could be just that, but I don't know. I'm gonna play with it, and when I make that, it's gonna be, since it's an original, it's gonna be releasable on the originals. It's gonna be releasable on the instrumental fork, and it's gonna be releasable on the rap track. So I'll have the same song in all three contests. If I can. If it's possible, I'll will it and I'll make it happen. And then the last bit is, it's going to be a Portal People track. I'm going to use Portal People instruments, and it will be Portal People 111. So I'm friggin' waiting for December 1st for Portal People 111. Home of my pimpin' pretty women, sonics and chronic, we load a fat bowl of the purple hydroponics. Wetter than the bodies floating in the Puget Sound, blowing at the vents as you listen to my sound. Home of my people, pretty women, sonics and chronic, we load a fat bowl of those purple hydroponics. Wetter than the bodies floating in the Puget Sound, you blowing all your smoke in the sea town, or something like that. And I'm gonna try and get it to be like in every friggin' contest, if possible. Or maybe I'll find out that they're like best metal song, and then it will have to, at the very end, go metal. Then it will take me a day to finish, a whole day, a whole 6 hours to work on it instead of just a few hours per song. With the metal songs that I do, if it's like a Killer, it's probably 4 to 5, maybe 6 hours of work. But if it's like stoner track, like let's say it's a 3-minute stoner track, it's probably about 12 minutes for the left guitar and 12 minutes for the right guitar, and about 15 minutes for the bass. So it's less than 45 minutes to finish a song. Probably about 40 minutes to get a song done. So that's about my pace. That's about how I work, what speed I work at, if you're wondering. With the Portal People songs, since they're slower and they can get like through a part, like all the way through a part, and on the very end it will glitch, and I'll have like a weird reading on the MIDI guitar. Those will take me about hour and a half. And they're usually only like 3 or 4 minutes long. And there are some of them that are like 17 minutes long, and they took me like 5 hours to do. The ones that are longer are called Portal 53, Portal 5, Portal 3, Portal 47, Portal 4, and Portal 7. Tostinos. Pizza bagels. While the game's on, I'm gonna make some tacos. How do you make tacos? I use McCormick's. I brown the meat. I break it up as small as possible into the pan, already small pieces. Then I brown the meat and cut it up into small pieces as I'm browning it. So it's real small little tiny little pieces of meat. That would be too big a piece. I'd cut that in half, you know. Little pieces of meat. And once I get it all chopped up, and then I'll drain the grease out, fill it with water, Push it around, drain the water with more grease out. And one more time, get all that grease out. Then I'll fill it, put like a water to cover the whole meat. Put it back on. And when I put it back on, I'll add the McCormick seasoning. Get the big container at Costco, or you get the big pouch, like the Winco. Put the taco seasoning on, and as that's breaking down and the water's cooking in, all the seasonings are soaking in, I'm still chopping at that thing to get the finest meat. I'll grind some cheese, chop some onion, maybe some lettuce if we're lucky, tomatoes if we're lucky. We got sour cream, salsa, and then I'll do some refried beans, a little bit of salsa in it. Sometimes I'll take the refried beans and put them on one of those iron skillets and cover it with cheese and put it in the oven for a little bit. And then we do soft shell, so it's more like a burrito than a taco, but shut the fuck up, it's my taco night. And it's not Tuesday, but whatever. Man, they keep scooting that, oh, there's a little bug in here. They keep scooting that, Steelers football game back. Looks like that's scooted back to, Wednesday now. And their next game is scooted all the way back to, like, Tuesday or something. For COVID. COVID, the world's scariest cold. I was trying to explain to my wife that not everybody that gets coronavirus gets COVID. Just like not everybody that gets AIDS has, not everybody gets HIV has AIDS. AIDS is a different level of the disease. HIV is a positive infection. Now, the body doesn't know how to get rid of HIV. The body does know how to get rid of coronavirus. I hope. It could be my wife jumping off and on. This track is called Planet Destroyer from the Johns Experiment. This is released by Wall. You can find him at wall_man_band. Wallman Band. He's a BandLab user. Like all my featured artists. Yeah. I don't want to show you the pictures because I'm sending some of them out to people on BandLab. But there's pictures of me with my daughter dressed as Santa. And the family dressed as Santa, and it's pretty funny. Should dress as Santa again and do some with my dogs. Get some pictures with my dogs. It's not going to last forever. These dogs. It'll be a funny picture to get. Into that track. Planet Destroyer. Find it on here. Planet Destroyer. Where is that? There it is. What's the next track? 1408 is the next track. Oh yeah. I feel like I know this drum sound. I'm gonna predict it's Matt Dunlap. Let's go look. Collaborators. Oh, called it. I can tell. I got an ear. Don't you fear. Even drunk on beer, I can't hear. I've got an ear. Don't you fear. Even drunk on beer, I can hear when you sneer. Don't you fucking retaliate, 'cause I will pull my dick out and masturbate. Oh yeah. Improvising metal lyrics, don't you love it? Ugh. If you're listening at work, they're going, what the fuck's this guy? He's a fucking jerk. Oh yeah. I'm a fucking jerk off, Mr. Jerk Off. When I finish my rehab, I'm leaving that name, changing it from Mr. Mistake Maker to Mr. Perfection. I dedicate this song to eating miniature pizza. If you like them, reach for your sister. That is incest, not the best. I watched the video on it, it was gross, my friend. Left me sitting in silence, twisting eyes, wondering why people are so fucked up in this world. There's a really cool YouTube page. Hey there, daughter.
You got into your chocolate.
Into what chocolate?
Your chocolate. Your $1 Rite Aid chocolate.
I didn't have any. Oh, the Rite Aid chocolate?
Yeah.
Oh. Look at this. My daughter got into the chocolate. Let's see it. See her. Oh. See? She got into the chocolate. She found my chocolate, my $1 chocolate I bought. And it's yummy, huh? Say hi. Say I love you.
I love you.
Go get cleaned up. Oh, oh. She got me. There's Jacob in Washington from Texas. Oh wow. Oh, kids love chocolate, I guess. Oh. What was the name of that page I was going to tell you guys about? Let's see if I can see it. Oh, I watch so much YouTube, I don't always see it. Wow, see it in here. But this guy basically interviews people that have had all these different kinds of life situations. People that have been homeless, people that have been crackheads, people that have been methods, abused, all different kinds of life challenges and life situations. And sometimes he does updates, but usually he just does these real kind of gentle blogs and has them just kind of talk about their life and how they got there. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Chubby Emu. Here's one. That guy says, an athlete squatted 500 reps in 20 minutes. This is what happened to his kidneys. Those guys are pretty good. Those shows. Yeah, I found it. The user on YouTube is called Soft White Underbelly. Yeah, my son, he's out of Allen, Texas, in the Dallas School District. 214. Area code. So yeah, you guys should look that up. Soft White Underbelly. Pretty interesting work he does. Documenting the soft white underbelly of life in America. He doesn't put himself in the blogs. He does them in black and white usually. A lot of the people are people living on the streets. And he'll bring them into his home with a backdrop and make a real professional video, a real sensitive video. Man, I can't believe my daughter had that chocolate face going. That's hilarious. What track is this? This is In the Shadows of the Damned. Oh, yeah. No. In the Shadows of the Daemon. Daemon. D-A-E-M-O-N. That was my good friend's first boyfriend's name, Damon. Damien? I can't remember. Man, that was my chocolate. That was for snacking on at night. It was $1 chocolate bar from the Rite Aid. Gives me heartburn if I eat it too late at night. For being a cheap chocolate, it's got a real smooth flavor. A very cocoa buttery flavor. All that you know in the end becomes the antithesis of you all. I can't use all twice. I gotta have a new word at the end. Well, guys, this is going to be the last track of the blog. I'm going to keep it as short as I can. I've already been going 49 minutes, so. Oh, by the way, Jaden Charity found his penis, so that's good. Dick back. Got his dick back. Now you're just a douchebag dickhead. Did you find it right on your forehead? Where was it? Alright, guys. That was a fun blog. You know where to find Wall at wall_man_band. Later.